Trojan fella, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, you guys know yesterday, Pete Carroll was basically relieved of his duties as the Seahawks football head coach. And listen, one of the questions that was popped up to me was, Jay, how do you feel about Pete Carroll possibly returning? And, should Lincoln Riley consider bringing somebody like Pete Carroll in, at least for an analyst? We're not saying coming back to be the head coach. We're not saying coming back to take over. But I really believe when you're talking about somebody like Pete Carroll and what he's already established from a foundational standpoint, I really believe that somebody like Pete Carroll can help Lincoln Riley lay some of his foundation down, being that he is the current head coach, and being that he has came from the same spot that Lincoln Riley has. You guys know Pete Carroll, when he took over at USC, first year wasn't that good, and Lincoln Riley, however, did have a good year, but then the second year, it was an 8-5 season. But I really believe with somebody like Pete Carroll coming available now on the market, you know how Pete Carroll feels about the Southern California area, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did another head coaching position came up and somebody would go ahead and try to pursue him. But in the event that that doesn't happen, just having him around as an analyst, having him around as a mentor, I really believe that somebody like Pete Carroll can really just help guide him through the way. Coach Lincoln Riley, just show him the landscape of the Southern California area. Not only that, Lincoln Riley being an offensive-minded coach, and we giving big credit to somebody like Lincoln Riley. He's already, relinquished some things as far as just his. I'm not saying all of the total control, but you see him bringing in some heavy hitters, some big-time Matt Inch. You see him bringing in Deanton Lynn. You see him bringing in Doug Belt. He's essentially giving up some of his, rights as far as just these powerful head coaches coming in. You already know that Lincoln is going to allow these guys to coach, because these are not guys that that probably would like to be stood over as far as somebody just kind of dictating what's going on. These are guys that are coming in. They put boots on the ground, and they're going to have everything moving and grooving according to how it's supposed to be. And so now Lincoln Riley he took the first step, but I'm just thinking that somebody like Pete Carroll will come in, somebody like Pete Carroll who's already laid the foundation. You guys drop those comments. Let me know. What are your thoughts on Pete Carroll coming back just as an analyst and a mentor for Lincoln Riley? I think it'll be a great fit. I think it'll be a great hire, and I think USC can absolutely benefit from a guy like Pete Carroll coming in. Hit me in the comments. Let me know. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Now, I want to try to address some of these recruits that are coming from Alabama. We have seen decommitments already yesterday, and then several recruits are actually speaking out as well. Let's talk about that real quick. Let's go. All right, so we getting ready to take a look at this. Multiple recruits yesterday, immediately following Nick Saban's retirement announcement, some decommitted, some were just completely lost in the sauce, some were just not sure which direction they want to go in. We're going to take a look at these guys, and here's why I think USC has a great opportunity, especially local guys. USC can absolutely go after any of these guys. Right now, I mean, let's just be honest. Nick Saban, what he accomplished was second to none. Winning national championships at several different universities. Of course, LSU, did it at Alabama, coached for 17 years. I mean, what he's accomplished is absolutely phenomenal. And a lot of guys looked up to him. Even some of the guys that were locally from the Southern California area, like a Peyton Woodyard, like a Damani Jackson. Of course, you guys already know Damani went over there for Nick Saban. Peyton Woodyard went there for Nick Saban. Zebion Brown for modern day went there for Nick Saban. So now there's a lot of guys that are essentially just lost in the sauce, looking for direction right now, looking for answers. And we'll take a look at these guys real quick. All right, the first one we're going to look at is Ryan Williams. He's a 5-star plus. Last night, immediately following the announcement, he was one of those guys that decommitted. He is expected, I believe, to make a commitment and sign February during the National Signing Day. And listen, USC can absolutely go after a 5-star guy like this. This is not a transfer portal guy. This is actually a 5-star plus guy in the 2024 class, and USC could go after somebody like this. You guys know we lost Ryan Palum, and several receivers, of course, hit the transfer portal, Mario Williams, and so I really believe that USC has an opportunity to maybe capitalize on some of these guys. The next one is going to be a guy like Casey Poe. He put this tweet up. He said, wow, he was just lost in the sauce, could not believe it. He's one of the big uglies, man, that USC can absolutely go after as well. And you see the next one is this guy right here, 2025 safety, Martellus Carter Jr. And you see here what he says, I can't believe it. My mom can't believe it. The godfather of coaches is retiring. It's definitely going to be not going to be the same. And this is the next one here, 2025 linebacker, Montrez Walker. Look what he says. He says, I think he's the GOAT. I think it'll affect the upcoming recruiting class for sure. I mean, he's lost in the sauce as well. Everybody right now is devastated, especially the Alabama recruits. And the next one is going to be a guy by the name of Alvin Henderson. He says, my heart is broken. So these are some of the responses that are coming from big-time 5-star, 4-star guys, 4-star recruits. And USC can absolutely move and groove in the direction of trying to capitalize on them. And then the last big-time guy is going to be Jakeem Stewart. He's a big, ugly, big-time. You see, he's a massive guy compared to Nick Saban. But he said Coach Saban retiring shocked me. The last time I sat in Coach Saban's office, I mentioned, I wish he would be here whenever I come out of high school. He laughed and he said, yeah, me too. So, it's kind of one of those things, man, where a lot of guys are just, they were expecting him to be there. You guys already know Damani Jackson, who just left USC. He was expecting Coach Saban to be there because it was the main reason why he went over there to go and see and spend time. And you see, I think some people, they have footage of actual Coach Saban with Damani Jackson. Once he hit the portal, he was on the field with him, and Coach Saban kind of came up to him, ran up to him, and spoke to him, but while in practice. But that's another one that was expecting him, to strongly be there. As I stated, Saban Brown, a modern-day product, just like Damani Jackson, he was expecting Coach Saban to be there. That was one of the reasons why he went there. And, it's just one of these things that, listen, we could make a move right now once these guys hit the portal, because they said that Alabama players have 30 days from the time that Nick Saban has made an announcement that they could actually hit the portal. And you guys already know that the portal is actually closed. But given the fact that this situation happened with Coach Nick Saban, Alabama players will be given the opportunity to hit the transfer portal. And then Peyton Woodyard. You just got to wonder, how are all of these guys feeling right now that Nick Saban has hit the retirement button? And so, listen, you guys know, too, one of the things that I actually brought up last year, and, when the transfer portal, the NIL, all that stuff hit, and then Coach Nick Saban was going to Congress, you just kind of could tell that this whole college football thing, the way it's going, the way players are moving, it's so much movement right now. And I'll be honest, a lot of us, we're all lost in the sauce right now with so much movement, because the transfer portal rules is like no regulations on there. And I kind of brought up the point to where Coach Nick Saban was actually going to Congress and trying to really, trying to get some type of regulations on the NIL and the transfer portal. However, it seemed like it got worse. And so everybody was kind of hit hard by that. Even USC was hit hard by that. And so you could kind of tell that, look, he kind of went out on top. He had opportunity. He beat Georgia. He didn't make it to the national championship. But listen, with so much movement going on, it's so much uncertainty. You could be on a team one year and then off the team the next year. So I believe that, listen, he's had success. He went out on top, and as a result, he's out of there. USC can capitalize. You guys hear me in the comments. You guys tell me what you think. It's USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Listen, I'm out of here. Until later on, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.